guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be bringing you my first ever series. This is going to be the first video of that, and it's going to be called the Ajax Roundup. And in this series I'm going to be looking at the sort of latest news coming out of Ajax Amsterdam, bringing you my thoughts and opinions, and hopefully we can have discussions about such topics in the comment section down below. If you want to see more of this, I was going to originally call it Ajax Weekly, and it was going to be a weekly update. As you know, with football, things change all the time, but I think I'm going to stick to Ajax Roundup here, and I'm just going to do it every now and then, and we can discuss all the sort of big topics at that moment in time. And as I say, be sure to let me know your thoughts on what we'll be discussing today down in the comment section below. And as always guys, be sure to like, comment and subscribe. I always like to know what you guys think and whether you enjoy this series within itself. So be sure to let me know down below, and like, comment and subscribe. It always helps me out and gives me a good idea of what type of videos I should be doing going forward. So firstly, as we all know, Ajax fans, this weekend, or the weekend just gone, was a special weekend. We won our 35th Eredivisie title after a 4-0 victory over FC Emmen. It secured the victory, it secured the title once again, and I mean, there's not much to say. Opinion wise, I'm over the moon. I thought at the start of the season that it was going to be a really tight campaign. Ajax Alkmaar looked really good as an outfit. PSV looked like they were going to challenge a lot closer this year. Vitesse had a really good start to the season, and Feyenoord looked to be sort of up there as well. But as the season went on and the signing of Sebastian Haller definitely helped the case, and well, we got the job done. We looked comfortable in doing so. I think, as the best teams always seem to do, you always know how to get over the line in some of the difficult games. We struggled against PSV in both home and away, but we managed to get a point in both of those fixtures. We had difficult games against FC Twente. I mean, there was loads of games where we really struggled. In the first half of the recent game against Ajax Alkmaar, we really struggled as well. And there's been a lot of games this season where we haven't played anywhere near as good as what we can do. But the main thing is, obviously, we won the title and we get to enjoy the celebrations at the end of the season, and we also get to laugh at PSV, Feyenoord, you know, when they all think that they're going to be as good as us. Well, they're not for another year. Next season they might get closer, but hopefully we'll be able to continue this winning spree and we can win the third consecutive Eredivisie title. But all here, I'm over the moon. I loved it, had a great weekend celebrating, and hopefully I can be in Amsterdam soon enough to celebrate with fellow Ajax fans about the 35th Eredivisie title. And going on from the triumph with the Eredivisie, this time of year we always start to speculate and consider, you know, which players are going to stay at the club and which players are going to leave. Mark Overmars has since discussed this topic himself and has said that we would need to raise at least 50 million euros to break even this season, and the best way to do that, as we know, is to sell players. And with Ajax, it is kind of a tradition, sadly, to sell players when they get to a certain point, to then sort of reimburse that back into the club and into the youth system. And two players that have been discussed are Nicolas Tagliafico, our left back, and David Neres, one of our wingers, I'm sure all of you know about. And it would be a real shame to see those two players go, two really important players for when we got to the Champions League semi-final a few years ago, and David Neres scored the winner in the KNVB Cup recently. It would be terrible to see them go as an Ajax fan, someone who loves both of these two players, who both of them are fan favourites without doubt, so it would be a massive shame. But with Tagliafico, it looks like we've already potentially discussed a replacement for him, and that would be Ajax Alkmaar's left back Owen Wijndal. I believe that's how you say it. Dutch people, be sure to let me know how you say that, but I think it's Wijndal. So the rumours have suggested that it would be about 15 million euros that we'd get for Tagliafico, so I'd imagine it would be something similar to that we would try to bring in Wijndal. Besides Tagliafico, at the moment we don't have too many left backs and too many options, and for me, the Ajax Alkmaar left back Wijndal was really impressed. He's looked really good going forward. He was really good against Ajax a few weeks ago, It's definitely in the first half. In the second half, when Ajax pushed and pressed a lot higher, AZ Alkmaar had a lot less chances, and it stopped Wijndal from really showing off exactly what he can do. But for me, I'm a massive fan of that transition. Maybe if we do let Tagliafico go, for as sad as it would be and as disappointing it would be, I would be in favour of signing a player like Owen Wijndal if given the opportunity. But it does seem like David Neres may be on the chopping block as well, especially if we get some good offers for him from around Europe. But be sure to let me know what you guys think, whether you agree with these transfers. Do you think selling out on these players is a good thing to do? I'd imagine both of these players would be interested in a move away from the club. And if we do sell these players, would Owen Wijndal be a good shout? And who would be a good shout to replace David Neres? Be sure to let me know down below. And lastly today on Ajax Roundup is that we've signed, and this news actually came out last week, but it's one that I really wanted to include in this because I think he's going to be a really exciting player in maybe 2 or 3 seasons' time, is the signing of Belgian midfielder Stanis Idombo Muzambo. I think I've said that right, but if I haven't, be sure to let me know down below. He's a 15-year-old midfielder, as I say, from Belgium, signed from KAA Ghent. He looks like he's got a lot of really exciting agility. His technical ability is really impressive as well, especially for someone of such a young age. And now he's going to be joining us, as I say, from KAA Ghent. He's an attacking midfielder. And yeah, as I say, he's a really exciting player with a lot of promise, as there always will be with players in the youth teams of Ajax. Could he be the next Kevin De Bruyne? I mean, Kevin De Bruyne came from AKA Ghent himself, so you never know. And when I saw this news and when I watched a few clips on him myself, I was really impressed. But as always, be sure to let me know what you think, whether you think he's going to be an exciting player. Obviously, it's a little bit hard to say right now, but he's going to be joining our under-17 side. So obviously, hope we'll see a lot more of him in a few years to come with the young side. I assume he'll be joining young Ajax in a year or two's time when he's a little bit older, and then from there he'll hopefully play for the first team and we all get to see him at the Johan Cruyff Arena. So that's everything for today, guys. Be sure to let me know what you think, whether you like the idea of an Ajax roundup, and you know, whether you want to see me do this more often. Do you want it to be an Ajax weekly rather than an Ajax roundup? But as always, be sure to like, comment and subscribe, and be sure to let me know what you think down below. Peace out.